Keir Starmer was in a lot of the front pages this morning, hitting back at Elon Musk. And, of course, Musk has been attacking the Prime Minister over his handlings of the appalling child grooming gangs scandal. Well, with me now, ITV News UK editor Paul Brand, along with our Jo Elvin. Let's maybe listen, first of all, to what he actually said.
We've seen this playbook many times, whipping up of intimidation and threats of violence, hoping that the media will amplify it. Now, Jess Phillips does not need me or anybody else to speak on her behalf. But when the poison of the far right leads to serious threats to Jess Phillips and others, then in my book, a line has been crossed.
A line has been crossed, Paul, and it looks, that really is probably one of those passionate speeches, believe it or not, that we've seen from.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty punchy response from Keir Starmer, but then he's had some pretty punchy tweets coming his way from Elon Musk. So I think he had to step up at this moment and sort of fight back a bit. And it is extraordinary when you take a step back and think that this is a global billionaire here, Elon Musk, picking fights with governments, not just in the UK, but around the world. But he has a particular vendetta, it seems, against the UK government. It all started to come to a head back in the summer during the riots, when lots of people were arrested for things they'd posted on social media, inflammatory things they'd posted. Many of them ended up in prison. Elon Musk said that was an attack on free speech, which he claims he stands up for. He said we were living in a police state in the UK, although it doesn't feel like that always to us necessarily. And then it's come to a head again over the Christmas period, because now it's about these awful, awful grooming gangs, which we've covered lots in the UK media. But Elon Musk feels that that's been covered up, that Keir Starmer is part of the cover-up, that he's complicit in it because of his old job as Director of Public Prosecutions, when he was in charge of law and order, essentially, in the country. And so he said that Keir Starmer's complicit. He said that Jess Phillips, who Keir Starmer was talking about there in that clip, who's one of his ministers, is an apologist for some of these people who attack these young girls.
And actually, we know, we've seen in the past what can happen when female MPs are attacked in that way. And it's dangerous.
Yeah, and in fact, the police confirmed yesterday that a man's been arrested.
I know, I saw that.
Because of messages that were sent to Jess Phillips very recently, in recent days. So, there is an impact to what people say online. It does have an impact in terms of the safety of our politicians.
Yeah, it's a shame because it's taken away from an extremely serious situation, that Musk is kind of taken away from that. He's in danger of uniting Europe, though, isn't he? Because all the leaders are united against him.
Well, I mean, who would have thought, right? I mean, I just think that Elon Musk, you're right, what gets said online matters and it has an impact. And unfortunately, for the world at the moment, Elon Musk has a lot of power.
Yes.
And people believe him, and people believe his distortion of truth. This is all based on, there's a theory in the Telegraph today that's really interesting that says he's watched some old Tommy Robinson interviews done with Jordan Peterson, where Elon Musk seems to believe that Tommy Robinson is in jail because he was trying to expose the truth about these grooming gangs. And actually, he's in jail for contempt of court. So it's like this idea that there's whole swathes of people out there believing all of this far-right nonsense. I think reluctantly and with a heavy heart, I'd say maybe it is time to have a look at an inquiry, because I'm just not sure that this is going away.
No, and it shouldn't. It absolutely should not. I mean, that is the thing. If there's one positive thing that comes out of that, it is the fact that it's highlighted this.
Well, no one's talking about the victims at the moment, are they?
No, and they should be, and we should be as well.
Yeah, and Alexis Jay, who carried out the inquiry a couple of years ago, a really broad inquiry into child sexual abuse across the board, whether it's grooming gangs or the Catholic Church, all that kind of stuff, she looked at. She has said this morning that she feels another inquiry isn't necessarily the best thing, because she had loads of recommendations from her inquiry that haven't been implemented.
Exactly.
So what's the best thing for the victims?
We have to
crack on and implement those things, or to go back to square one with another inquiry?
And people not to be terrified of being accused of being racist or whatever. It's ridiculous.
100%.
When you see children being abused, it doesn't matter about religion or colour or anything. It's kids that we have to protect. But Musk, it's an interesting one with Musk. It really is, because effectively, Trump is going to be his boss. He's not going to react well to that. Don't you think there's going to be a massive falling out? I mean, I give it a month.
I mean, we've already seen a clash of egos in terms of Elon Musk and Nigel Farage. And, of course, Nigel Farage and Donald Trump are very, very close. Elon Musk said over the weekend that Nigel Farage needs to go as leader of Reform UK.
Well, that was a very entertaining, unexpected fallout from the whole thing.
Yeah, it's just, it's crazy. And he's got, you know what? Musk has got a big enough job in America. He should just concentrate on that and leave this be.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he's going to. So
No, neither do I, love. Neither
he might
do
be
I.
listening this morning. Maybe
Now,
he'll listen
look,
to your advice.
This is a very strange one. Some papers this morning and some commentators are saying that the late Queen, who I still can't believe is no longer with us, even after all this time, I can't even believe I'm saying this, I do apologise to Her Majesty, had a Cockney accent.
Yeah.
I mean... behave. Behave, everyone.
Of course she did. She absolute apples and pears, wasn't she?
It's
All day long.
An accent did change, as all of us kind of in a way do. Let's have a listen to it. This is 1943, I think, when she was very young. Let's have a listen.
I declare before you all that my whole life, whether it be long or short, shall be devoted to your service and to the service of our great imperial family to which we all belong.
That was actually 1947, and it was, hello, I am the Queen. Let's have a listen to her not long before she died. Listen to how she spoke.
This was the first of the United Kingdom's legislatures to hold a formal virtual meeting. The fact that all parties showed a determination that you should continue to meet is commendable.
I don't think that's Cockney.
No. I mean,
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. But the idea is that her accent evolved over time a little bit.
Yes.
As lots of people's do, don't they?
Yeah.
And actually...
But that's not as fun as saying the Queen's now a Cockney.
No, I think maybe there are a few headlines that are slightly twisted about this story. But it's all based on research by Essex University that looked at the way she pronounced certain words. For example, goose, food, moon. That's me pronouncing it, by the way. That's not me doing an impression of the Queen. And that had changed subtly over time. So her later pronunciation, allegedly, was slightly more Cockney, slightly more home counties, whereas originally she was very, very pronounced Queen's English.
And nobody really speaks like
Listen,
that.
I'm from Australia. You all sound posh to me, mate. I mean, it's like...
That's very true. Now, look, can AI, well, help us... Look at the wee robot.
There you go. Look, that's my dressing room. Live scenes. The robot helps me every morning.
Can AI actually make sure that we don't make huge mistakes?
Well, this is there's a story that if you Google Chat GPT Colorbot and then upload a photo of yourself into the message box, it will almost instantly give you a free personal colour analysis. Now, Paul, I hope you don't mind. I've taken the liberty of trying it out with you.
Oh, right, here we go.
Show me.
AI's fashion recommendations for you are...
I like that you picked a photo of me when I was about 10 years younger, by the way. That's
that was half an hour ago.
Oh, look, it does a lot of research, though.
Rich jewel tones, sapphire blue, emerald green, royal purple, as they'll elevate your features. And it suggests you steer clear of warm tones like beige, orange and caramel, as they may clash with your cool undertones. So you're like me, you need to dress like a quality street person.
Yeah.
It's like,
I like
Do they even make men's clothes in those colours?
Yes.
Let me take you shopping, my friend. Now, Lorraine, I've quickly done you. I did your colours too, and it says you suit warm, earthy tones, like rusty orange. That sounds nice, doesn't it?
Rusty orange I like.
Mustard yellow and olive green.
Oh,
and I apparently need to wear more soft pastels. That's not happening.
No.
Not a soft pastel.
So we can take from that what we want.
Yeah.
As you can order
my husband, I don't care what my husband thinks. I'm not letting the robots win this one.
No. We draw the line.
Yeah.
Thank you both so much. Thank you. Well, that's a wrap for this video. We hope you enjoyed it. We have all the best moments from the show right here on the channel. And if you like this video, then we think you'll love this one. See you next time.